Welcome back to WeebGamerPodcast, the podcast where we talk about everything Weeb's Gamer Podcast and whatever else we want to talk about in anime and video games and whatnot and stuff and things. So I'm joined once again by my co-hosts Alan and Sean. How are you guys doing this fast evening?
This fine
evening.
Such a fast evening.
This
Oh my
fine
God.
evening.
Honestly, it's been so
fine.
long since I've seen you guys. It felt so long. So no, it wasn't quick to me.
Yeah. Has been a while. Whole week, man. How you been on?
You know what?
Damn.
Honestly, I'm feeling better, hopefully, and I'm younger, and yeah, like I get older, and I wish that I can see clearly now. But no, everything's good, man. I think we had a great discussion last week about
We did.
Fights of anime, and I can't wait to get to talking. I can't wait to talk to you guys today about the topic that it was presented to me during our conference last week.
Oh my God! This week we're talking about something Sean brought up. Last week Alan had a
Yeah.
game. This week Sean has a topic, bro. It's
We're
like
killing it.
it's like we're
crazy.
moving on to the next level of just like amazing
Yeah.
awesomeness.
And
Wow.
our audio for tomorrow is already out. I mean, it's already posted.
Tomorrow? What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow?
Whatever day tomorrow is.
You mean the audio was on time 2 weeks ago? You mean?
Yes.
Oh, they found out.
Wait,
They know.
yesterday.
They know.
Damn
They
it.
know.
The man said
No,
the
a
audio
week
for
ago.
tomorrow is already out while we're recording the audio that would come out tomorrow. That doesn't make any sense.
You know what? Forget
Yes.
it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all feel good. Sean, how's work, man?
Oh, it's so good. Not working still.
Still?
Still?
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
It's been
because
since
you were
last
off
week.
this week, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh no, you're off. Wait, which week is he off?
Oh my God. It's off last week.
Last week I was
My
off.
brain.
Last week I
Wow,
was
they
off.
really haven't got those systems back up, eh? That's unfortunate.
Now I'm on vacation.
What are you
So-
talking? No, you're not. We're back.
Yeah, yeah.
This is episode 99.
I know. So I'm off on vacation
Last
Like-
week.
It's last week.
last week, and then I was off because the systems were down the week before. Yeah, life is great.
Good, man. Life is
Moving on.
good. Nice, man.
Yeah,
Alright,
I've been
Andre.
off so much I can't even keep track of it anymore. Like
Yeah.
that's how off I am.
Andre, how's your new house, man? I heard you sealed
Yeah.
the deal this week.
Oh, that's good. You're putting it in the air. I like that. I mean,
Damn.
yeah, I totally did. Thanks so much for
If
it.
it
It's
doesn't
great.
work
I'm so
out,
happy
you
with
know
it.
what?
I can't wait to move in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great fun times.
Awesome.
If something crazy happened and it didn't work out, just let us know next week.
Yeah.
Of course.
Something crazy would have to happen, but if it's a great story
Yeah.
and it does happen,
Yeah.
then, let
Oh
us know.
my God.
Also,
I just want
thank-
you to know
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there was
sorry,
more
go
of
ahead.
you watching this,
Right.
then I wouldn't have to budget so hard for a house and you could pay me more money so I can afford a better place and not have to get into bidding wars with losers.
Hold on.
Alright.
As I was just about to say, thank you everyone for watching us because Audrey was able to afford a house. This guy goes and says, "Why isn't no one else watching this crap?" That's funny. Anyway,
Oh my God.
we learned
Well
3
done.
weeks ago.
We learned
about-
that
2 weeks.
That was
ago.
last week.
Oh my God.
We learned that a week ago that it's anyway.
About a
guys.
week ago.
Um,
ago.
I was
Anyways.
gonna toss a water ball in the air, but that won't work.
Oh shit! I'm not wearing my hat this week.
Coke Zero.
Where is my hat? I lost my hat.
I
this
messed up. I bought the wrong one, and now I have this. Not
Excuse you.
It's just sorry. I have the zero flavored
Zero sugar
drink.
red drink.
Yeah,
Zero
red
sugar red drink.
That's cola. Look at
That's
this. This
crazy.
off-brand cola. Look at this. What is that all about?
Oh my goodness, this is nonsense. This is
They just
Please
change a
sponsor
few
us.
colors and
Yeah.
they can sell it.
I'm so tired, guys. Anyways, anyway. So it's
There you
okay,
go.
man. It's gonna take a while before I learn it. It's fine.
No.
It's
You
fine.
know what you
But-
need though? You know what that showed there? You have great character development.
Oh, Segway King. Is that what you're
Segway
trying to say?
King.
I need to learn you about Segway, so I stop using the word anyway. But
Yeah.
we'll get there
there's
one day.
There's no other alternative. Man.
I think
You're
what I
stuck.
think is one day what I'll do is I'll consume, like I'll take a drink every time I say the word anyway, and then when I die, then
Just
I'll.
overdose on alcohol poisoning. Dies.
Hey, for Andre, that's a win-win.
True. We are not enough far into this episode to be talking about like this.
Yeah, we are. We're like 7 minutes in. I
Well,
think it's.
I
Isn't it
guess so.
5 minutes or is it 10 minutes? I don't know how long it is anymore.
Man, I don't know. Now
They
they're
changed the
saying
rules.
we can't say like whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, it doesn't matter. We don't get enough views for it to matter yet. Anyway, so it's
True.
fine.
At least
just keep
Yeah, not even
going,
YouTube
let's
wants
keep-
to watch our stuff.
That's it.
Mm.
Okay. Thanks to your segue that we completely derailed by talking about other stuff, but that's fine. I'll
Yeah.
segue back into it.
Segue
We're
back
talking this week, Sean. Since this is your topic,
Yeah.
I will rely on you to introduce it.
All right. So this week we're going to talk about the, I guess, best character development, or just like the most. I don't know. Best for most. I don't know. Either
Favorite.
way.
Just say most favorite.
Just favorite. Your
Yeah,
favorite.
favorite. Let's do favorite. I like that.
Development, character development. Yeah. For anime characters, I mean, there's quite a few. Usually, it's from. I don't know any that go from like good to bad. I know a lot to go from.
I know one.
bad
That's
to
actually one of
good.
my picks.
Oh, really? You want to start with it? Let's hear it.
Yeah, Light Yagami.
Oh shit.
So everyone loves a good old villain story. But what if I told you that villain was a high school student that crammed and crammed until he found out there's a book where you can just give people heart attacks. In America, there's no book for that. They just get them. Now, he starts off as this very, very innocent young man. His dad is the chief of police, and he's actually a very bright boy. Now, again, like I said, he found a book. What this book does is allows him to control people's lives, as in take it away in certain ways or in not certain ways at all. After trying to do well and good, he gets this egotistical god complex where he's like, wait, but if I'm killing bad people, I just have to kill them all, and then I will make this perfect world for everyone. Again, totally doesn't do that and just gets power hungry, and then he becomes so evil that he starts like plotting against his own like family, dad first of all. He's like, and then even like innocent people that might be connected to the people that he might have to kill or that might take away from his plan. And yeah, so he goes from good technically to bad. I feel like he was always bad, but like he just got the opportunity to be worse, and then he's just worse. So yeah, bad to worse. Yeah, Light Yagami, everyone. Watch Death Note if you haven't.
Yeah, see that one was interesting because it's hard to tell whether he didn't always have those ideals or whether he kind of like grew on him immediately. Because that was a pretty quick character development at the beginning, where he's just like a model student, model character. Like he has opinions about like how bad the world is, but doesn't really want to act on them or care that much.
Right.
But once he feels like the power is thrust upon him, he feels like he has to make use of it. It's like his responsibility almost.
Yeah.
But what really derails it is that at the beginning you're kind of like, okay, like it kind of makes sense. Like he's getting rid of shitty people, and he's making it known that someone is getting rid of shitty people. That's why he does so many heart attacks, right, at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then, he starts to go against his own like philosophy. Like he starts saying, "Oh, I don't want to kill innocent people, just these people." But then he does that thing where he kills all those cops because they're like looking for him. And then it's just like, okay, now it's a little crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like he gets obsessed with finding L, and that kind of derails him from his like main goal. Because honestly, he could just kept what he was doing, not paid attention to the cops, and probably had gotten away with it. Because the only reason they caught onto him is because he killed the cops, and then they kind of figured out, oh, the only one who knew about these cops were the people who or detectives, were someone who would have to have some kind of affiliation with the police force, and that's how they kind of like zeroed in on him originally. But it's because he got too into the whole like mind battle game that it kind of like threw him from his main goal. So there was a lot of development through that. He just got crazier and crazier.
Yeah, so it's kind of like his like character like devolved a little bit. He went from like a super like smart, slow, calculated guy to like the more like pressure started mounting. He started meeting people who knew about his secret. He started people started like investigating around him and close to him, and he started getting a little bit paranoid and stuff. So like things that he used to just be like calm, cool. He'll take like, oh, if I have to wait a week to do this, I'll wait a week. He started like making more rash decisions. Started doing like things like little by little until he just went until the end, obviously, when he just went he snapped like completely, right? But it's like little things. Trying to think of.
And he got sloppy too, right? Like how fast did Nier figure out he was Kira? Like immediately,
really
in like 5 minutes.
See, but it's also, if you think about it, like he had a god complex from the beginning, because if his whole goal was to kill bad people, what's the point of creating Kira? You could have just.
Well, the reason he wanted to create Kira was so that people would not do bad things in fear of something trying to kill them. That something would kill them. That's why he did only heart attacks at first, because he's like, I want them to know that someone's out there killing the bad guys so that they're afraid to do bad things.
Yeah, but it's a little backwards. Like, I get it. I get what you're saying, but
I guess, yes, that is right. Okay, that makes sense. But then by creating himself being that's what because then again he started creating, because at first he was killing people that most would consider like bad people, like they could be almost, I guess nothing's objective completely, but like they're as close to objectively bad as you can get. But then like once the line grays, like he's the one deciding what makes a person bad versus not bad. Like how do you go like murder versus like I cheated on my wife, like does the cheater, he did a bad thing, but is that like, does he deserve to die? Like, so the whole like morality part of it like starts graying little by little, and then he starts being able to justify killing like less and less bad people, whereas like, oh, this person's gonna catch on to me, I have to kill him or else I won't be able to kill the bad people. But that's directly against like him killing L is like the point where he's just like, I don't even care like if you're good or bad and stuff, now I'm just protecting myself kind of thing.
To me it was actually like L, but also that girl that like he was talking to, and he kept looking at his watch, and he was like,
oh, that girl,
like, she's like, why do you keep looking at your watch? And then he looks up and he's like smiling.
That was such a good scene.
He's like, because I'm Kira.
Bone chilling.
You about to die. Like that at that point, I'm like, he's bad. There's no good.
Yeah, especially that. Like, because what reason did he have to just announce it there, right there? He had none. He just wanted someone to know and to see the look on her face, and then be like, He's
so lucky she didn't give him a second fake name.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine like if she was actually like smart? That'd be crazy.
Right. Well, she was pretty smart.
She was smart, but not smart enough.
And I also feel kind of like he cheated a little bit in the middle there. Like he didn't actually figure out L's name. He just like, I was like, bro, like do something creative to like figure it out. Don't just ask your fucking guy.
I know that was bullshit. That was bullshit.
Yeah, but
that's when you know. And also, like he killed that guy that posed as L, like at the beginning, one of the first, and it was like all the guys said it was that he was evil. Like he didn't do anything evil. Well, he did, but Kira didn't know. Didn't know that.
Right.
He was a death row guy, but like he just killed him because he said, "Oh, you're evil," and he's like, "Oh, I'm evil, are you? Well, you're dead." I was like, that's kind of like not.
You did.
That's not cool.
Right.
I agree. That is interesting. So that is definitely character development, but Sean did like bring up a good point. Like I think it's literally like, you know, like when people say like certain things serve you well, and then but like as you grow into new situations, those like fear or like the survival tactics you've developed start causing issues like as you grow up in age, right? So then it's like it's kind of like that. So he kind of had this like self-righteous, it was self-righteous because he wanted to be a good person. It was under the guys like, I'm a good person, I wanna, because he was studying law, right? That's what he was doing. He wanted to put bad guys away and like be like a good person and like save the people from the world. But at the end of the day, it stems from his like self-righteousness where he's like selfish, thinks he's like better than everyone, and he has the right, like this almighty right to judge other people. And then once he's given the power to actually do that, like usually people wouldn't just like, I feel like a lot of people aren't just gonna jump at the chance where like this book kills people, like, oh yeah, let me try. I feel like it would take a while before you could. Maybe not you, because I already see Alan's face.
Oh no! I was like, no, you're right. Like not everyone would, but what I was gonna say, what you were getting to was like, well, what it like if he let's go the other route where he doesn't find the book and he just becomes a law person. I feel like he'd be a genuinely like good guy, but the problem is,
I think so too.
You know what I mean? The problem is like you said, like he found this book and then he had it in him to kill people for a reason, and then the reason just started, as you said, got to the grayer and grayer until it was like, well, I can kill people, so why not? It's for my benefit and it's for the.
It's like, but think about it, like a lot of, I guess like these crazy, like if you even think about the president, like a lot of people start off on their presidential political career as like with good intentions. They're like, there's these problems in my community that I want to fix. But then like you also have to have like a certain level of like selfishness, self-righteousness, like straight up like cockiness where you're like, I know better than everyone else because I'm the one who's good enough to fix these problems. So that's basically what he's saying is like, I'm the one who knows the difference between good and bad, so I should be able to decide who goes to jail versus who doesn't, which in the legal sense isn't as bad because you're sending people to jail. He has to operate within his power. But like there's a lot of people with, if you gave that to them, then all of a sudden like, oh, so this person did this bad thing, I don't even have to go through the legal system, I could just like get it done, then then the line grays again. So that's what I'm thinking.
No, that's a great point. I agree. It's it's very very. It's just it's funny because it plays on morality and what is ethically and morally right, but like who dictates that? The guy with the book, or
it's the guy with the power? That's what
the guy, right? It's the guy with the power, exactly.
Yeah. Like we may not go as far as him, but like if you could just, there's certain people like if you can just punch them in the face, no consequences at all.
Yeah.
But you can just get one punch. Like there's a few people I would do that to. I wouldn't kill them because just my moral stops there. But who's to say once I do the first punch, that feels good, and then I punch someone else. So it's like, oh, maybe the next person I might kick them, and then like see like, and then you can slowly get to a point where it just gets grayer and grayer. You start being able to justify worse and worse things until you get to a point.
So this goes into my point, and not even to be like funny or like if like hypothetically, you know, Mr. Adolf ended up winning, technically because he would have made the government, he would have made like basically all the rules. He wasn't wrong because he won. It's morally wrong to kill people. I'm not saying he's not wrong for that. I'm saying he can just be like, but I won, and now look what you have, and everyone be like, oh yeah, you're right. But like, and then obviously some people be like, well, you killed people, so no. Yeah. But like,
I mean, that's what I say. People say history is written by the winners, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Right. Like even the history we learned in school, like we look good in so many different ways, but how do we know that's actually? The people who we talk to aren't here to say otherwise. So like, how are we supposed to know?
Exactly. Yeah. And we're learning little by little how messed up the history was, obviously. But yeah, I like your Light Yagami's like character, and how it developed. So character development. But yeah, I feel like he would. It didn't go from good to bad. It was like the ability to go bad, and it got worse.
It's like he had like a crossroads pretty much, and then that book put it in his hand, and like the hard thing about the book is like the book only allows you to go one way because all of this is kill. You can't choose to kill villain or save lady. Like it's not a choice. All you can do is kill. So it's
exactly.
Hard.
Yeah. I also like we talk about how his principles or like his code kind of changed as he like developed, and how it got kind of more like gray line as to who he could kill. But I thought it was interesting, like even when he was past a point where I was like, oh, he doesn't give a shit anymore. When he gave the book to some other guy to like make the kills for him to kind of get out of that situation with L, he got annoyed at some times because he would kill people that he didn't think met like the definition of what Kira should kill. It's like, dude, how is anyone supposed to know that? Like it's like in your head, kind of like he hasn't really made anything really concrete in terms of like who he kills and who he doesn't. So when he gets annoyed that people don't act within his principles that he's like giving the book to, it's kind of like, well, you're kind of just like impossible to understand at this point.
That's the thing. That's the God complex. He thinks he's the greater judge. So that's just because he doesn't judge is wrong, that in his eyes it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't judge him.
It's like when I fix something, and this is just a small example, but like when I fix something, it's okay. But if my mom did it, pristine quality, and it's the same shit, let's say, but like, you know, it's a little of that. It's like like in like years, like what you were talking about, Sean, like it's maybe the guy did kill the right people, but because Light didn't kill them, it's not as good as proper as it could have been. I'm not saying that my mom has like some evil thing, but I'm saying like it's not or like cooking, let's go, like I'm okay cook, I'm all right, but obviously my mom's better than me. But if I were to make it to the T, like how my mom would make it, but like she would obviously she go, nah, it's a missing, and then she would dump something in there for no reason and be like, beautiful. My mom's not Italian, don't know why I did that accent. But yeah, it's a little bit that. Wow, I didn't think this would get that deep into Light, but I know, right? That was cool. That was cool. Wow.
Yeah, man, he's a definitely a complex and good character.
Yeah.
And I was about to say, like, one of mine similar was gonna be friggin'
Takamichi, right? Yeah, you talked a little bit.
No, like I said, down to similar. What's his name again? Lelouch.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
It's mad similar, but the only difference is like Lelouch got the chance to like go here and then redeem himself like a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's the same thing. He started off with a little power. He was kind of scared to use it. He just like used his mind control thing to let them do like little things, and then like move out the way. And then he's like, okay, kill yourself, but this is only to save my life. I'm gonna make you kill yourself, right? So he starts there, and then he had that weird little blip where he got real mad and made them do push-ups and shit. But that's that's a separate. But then again, the line started getting gray when he started getting caught. He started doing little different things. He caused mass murder, a freaking whole genocide of an entire stadium. He got his sister killed.
That was
got like so many things. Little by little, it just started going worse and worse. Again, I think he started killing friends and stuff because like they were like basically messing up his plan. Like it was all. Then he became one track minded. He's like literally. It got to the point where almost his friggin' blind sister was like almost the casualty of it all, right?
Yeah,
so,
that was cool.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's similar in the sense. I kind of want to rewatch that. I just hate.
I want to. I hate the animation though. They're too long.
Yeah.
Man.
They're way too long. The proportions are just all over the place.
The concept's great. That being said, quick side note. I guess we have a lot of good but bad. But it's kind of not because like of how the plot goes. But like Aaron is almost the same thing. You have this like.
Well, we don't know that.
I don't know yet, but I'm saying like from what from the first
he
season,
technically went good to bad too.
Yeah, his you're right. His like I don't know his hope, I guess, like he wanted to be this like savior of like the people, as in like hey, like it's me and like hey, I'm doing good for my people and I want to do this because no one else could. And then as he learns certain things about like the first season, his own government. And then he learns about other people and how it goes. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna just do me. I'm gonna just rumbling.
But yeah, I agree with you because like between season 1 and 3, you can see like a slow from like I'm gonna kill all Titans and being like great to like oh damn those things are scary. To regaining himself, getting angry, and then he gets all happy he killed his first Titan, and then he slowly becomes like someone who like is actually somewhat useful, which took way longer than I thought at first. I'll tell you that.
But very long.
But that aside, the only issue I have with that is like I would have loved to see him like actually evolve into what he is now. Like we got like a couple things in the like a couple flashbacks and like you get little reasons why he was, but it's not the same as watching him like season from season. Because I thought his character development from season 1 to 3 was great, but then that time skip you just miss so much, and they can't. They can't fill in the gaps like that. They need like a whole other season that's just that.
It's not satisfactory.
It's not satisfactory to like actually get it, because like even after all that, like he's so different. Like it's kind of like.
Is there more, Sean?
Was that enough?
Is there more?
There's more flashbacks.
I don't think it doesn't matter. They can't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
It doesn't matter though.
No,
it doesn't matter with how much is left, which we figured out now is.
But what if? Hold on.
Two 1 hour specials.
Oh, that's true. But you know Sean better than I do. There's not enough. But there's enough.
No, there's not enough, bro. They would need an entire season on just that time skip.
Yeah, he wants
which
more
if they were going to do that, they would have just continued it instead of skipping forward. Because now it'd be mad. Now you can't make a founding titan and be like, okay, now we'll tell you all the things that happened in the 2 years leading up to this. So I was like, are you kidding me, bro?
I don't know. I don't know. But that would make the writing so inconsistent because, like you said, from season 1 to 3, it's perfect and we see everything what happens. And then season 4 happens and then you're like, well, who's this?
Right.
Like doesn't. Well, I hope I would hope that Sean's lying to me and my face right now, and there is more, and there's enough for me to be
like, bro. They said there's 2 hours left, bro, of the entire anime. They can't. There's not time.
Can a guy just dream, bro?
Why didn't they just make a movie, bro? Why did they split it into 2 1-hour things for across an entire? The worst part is the last one's gonna come on like December 31st at 10:59 p.m.
It's coming out like December 32nd at like 13 o'clock in the night after the morning, and then me and Andre can just sit there like this, like oh shit, I can't wait for it. I really can't.
And then the world explodes.
And then So then he passes away, and he's the one that needs to clear it all. And then me and Andre will never get our ending at all.
Oh my god! And worst part is
pray that he doesn't. I'm knocking on some wood.
Worst part, if that does happen, bro, I can never read the manga. It's like things. I'll just never know what happens.
Bro.
I'll just never.
Honestly, if that happens, just come to my house and end me, bro. Like I jinxed it all.
Okay, so
Slip
who's
and
next?
fall, by the way.
Next?
I will never.
Sean, you never said anyone hit me.
Well, I got a pretty big one, and this is Greed.
Yes, you do.
From The Alchemist.
Ooh.
Okay,
Big
Greed.
character change.
Greed or Greedling?
Both.
Or
They're the same
Ling.
thing. They're the same thing.
No, they're different characters.
No, they're both Greed.
But do you mean by greed? Do you mean like the internal voice that is greed?
Yeah.
Or do you mean
that's the one
Greedling as in the whole character, or all three of them packaged into one?
All
Who's three,
I guess.
bro?
Yeah.
There's Ling, there's Greed, and then there's Greedling.
not Ling. Like,
But I mean, Ling grows too because he's
Okay,
like
okay.
he starts
But
off as
it's
like
greed.
a
It's
he
greed.
starts
You're
off like
right.
a
One that dies at the
Just
end,
greed.
though.
he
That's what
starts
I'm
off like
talking
a
about.
spoiled. He starts off like a spoiled
Yeah.
brat.
The
But
one
Greedling
that's
is
in
honestly
the-
my favorite character in that.
the one that's in the gang leader's
Yeah,
body
Greed's
and
the
then gets
best.
pulled out and dies and gets remade and put into Ling, and then becomes Ling's like second personality. That Greed.
Oh, so the one that is his second personality, not Ling.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
the one
So, yeah.
where. Actually, I don't want to say this. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
You wearing a jersey?
Alan knows what I'm
Don't
about to say.
don't say nothing.
Because there's only one main way to identify them visually to figure out who's who.
and I'm a part of that too. Damn right. All right.
So yeah, Greed starts off as this like boss guy who wants to be immortal. He only cares about himself. Doesn't care about anything else. His possessions or whatever. Grows into this character who basically is remade into being a second personality of one of the main characters, protagonists. Who then like slowly comes to value different things and realize what he's really greedful for. So originally he wants immortality, he wants possessions, he wants things. Comes to get followers and friends and stuff, and realizes that the thing he always wanted was friendship. Aw, adorable. But you see like glimpses of like the fact that that's what he wants, like how strongly he felt about his henchmen getting killed when his memory is like flooded back. Like how he hadn't really we hadn't seen him feel it strongly about anything until that point. And he attacks Wrath and tries to like kill him because of a fit of rage. But then like he becomes more of like a comrade and less of just like some crazy greedy bastard. Like when he gets closer to like Edward and just like the gang, the crew, he just starts to become more of like a friend and more of just like an ally as opposed to just like this guy who's doing his own thing. Becomes more of the team and like sticks up for his friends, starts to like I don't know, just do nice stuff. I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
No, I totally get it.
You know what I mean?
And
And then he gives his life at the end for all of them. So I mean, great character development. Also just like a cool ass character. I just liked his hardening ability was really cool.
Yeah, his hardening ability was cool, and I just liked his like you said, like I mean, at the end, I didn't think I cared about him much, but then when shit's going down, and he's like, you know what, I gotta do what I gotta do, but then Lin is holding him back and saying like, no, we can like figure it out and all that. I'm just like, damn, I care about him, and then he starts like floating away, and he's like, all I wanted was friends. I'm like, shit, man, me too. And then like
I thought it was really cool when he brought up the point that like greed can be good and bad. Ted, he's like, hey, you want to save the world, you want like your woman to be safe and everything, like you always talk about greed as being this terrible thing and selfish thing, but hey, you have things you want too. Everyone has things they want. It's not always a bad thing. So I thought that was an interesting point to bring up. It kind of like gave me a different outlook on him as a character.
Yeah, same thing with lust, because like she's like this, like it's lust, so she's like this, like person. She was this like she's just this like flirtatious being, right? But like what she lusts for was just like an actual like relationship, like a genuine.
Maybe the original one.
Yeah, no, it's the original one I'm thinking of. My
original FMA one.
Yeah, but that one's all right because like that's when I learned about lust. I'm like, oh, she actually genuinely wanted just like a genuine like relationship
connection
with someone, and it's less bad if it's like for the right reason. Same thing with the greed, and but like to go back to greed being the character development, absolutely, definitely like top probably 5 in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it sounded like you were gonna say a lot more. That's why.
That's it.
Oh, speaking of Fullmetal Alchemist, friggin' Pride Pride versus not Pride. It is Pride, right? Who's the old guy?
The old guy?
Wrath.
Wrath.
Bradley?
Yeah.
Colonel
Yeah, that's
Bradley.
Wrath. That's Wrath.
Wrath versus all of them. That's another one man.
I don't know what
okay.
you're talking
Great
about.
fight.
Oh,
That
it's
is a
last
great
week's
fight.
episode where we talked about fights. Yes, I can't wait for everyone to watch that.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember
Oh,
that
wait.
now.
What are you
Yeah, it's
talking
interesting. Like that was.
about?
Like
I
a
can't
week
make
ago.
callbacks to previous episodes, bro.
No, you
It was
can't.
just out of
but,
the
like,
blue,
It's been a week, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
just didn't think
people
about that.
should watch it and like actually pay attention so they know.
Yeah, like how we do.
I've watched podcasts before, bro, and they make references to old episodes. I know what they're talking about because I pay attention because I'm a listener.
Yeah. Like whoever doesn't watch our podcast, losers.
And now I can't get a nice fancy house because of y'all.
Yeah. Man. Do you have
I thought
one,
you
Andre?
had
Can
one.
I spit mine out?
You said it was last week you got one.
No, you got
But
one
I
last
said
week.
I can't get a fancy,
Oh,
super
fancy
fancy
one. Oh, God.
That's what I
Woo!
said.
You scared me, man.
Do you got one, Andre? Or you
Oh.
want me to go?
A house?
Yeah. No, like, do you want me to go to your house? Or?
No worries. All right, so my option is gonna be, of course, the legend that is Takamichi. No,
Oh, so
Shut
good.
up. You got me that time too. I thought you were actually gonna do it.
Or like
I was like, how is he supposed to explain
ReZero?
this?
In Subaru from ReZero.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Subaru, bro. When he had that super depressing speech that made me hate myself, and then immediately didn't change at all. I love that. I love that so
You
much.
just gotta listen to it every day.
Nice.
Make it your
Actually,
alarm.
he did develop a little bit because
A little
before
bit.
he
A
just
little
killed
bit.
himself a lot. To like say, I can restart, and then one of them is like, you can't kill yourself because the me of the other world that I don't know is dead now because of you keep killing yourself, and that's selfish. And he's like, well, damn.
He's like, shit.
But
Damn,
whether-
and then it proceeds
But
to
then
kill
I didn't
himself.
understand that because it's basically like, yeah, well, whether I'm alive or not, they're still dead. So what does it really matter?
Yeah.
Well, he
The
can't
world- the
keep
world
dying
spins.
and keep creating them. Those
Oh,
versions.
because they'll die too.
I guess so. No, like it wasn't even confirmed whether that was even true. It was just like
Listen,
a possibility.
I live life from my perspective. If I'm going, I don't give a shit who's they
This is the
behind.
thing,
All right.
bro. Some people have main character syndromes. He actually is the one. So you better use
Yeah.
what you got. Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You should use what you got. I totally forgot what I was gonna say now because of that.
Pick
aside.
someone.
No,
Takamichi.
just go. Tekken.
Okay.
Takamichi.
No man.
I know Vegeta. Like we haven't said it
Owie.
because it's pretty obvious. Owie?
Vegeta,
No,
yeah.
fuck. Owie. Who's that? Oh, I'm picking.
Oh my.
I'm gonna throw out Prince Zuko from the Avatar: Last Airbender. I feel like
Oh,
his
shit.
character development is very,
Fine.
very good.
Sean still
it-
hasn't seen it because he's a loser.
you have not watched.
I watched his fight the with Asuka.
That's
it.
not even her name. Is Azula, you dumbass. Who the fuck's Azuka? Bro, oh my god. Okay, anyway, I can't really talk
I watch
about this.
anime.
It's an
Just-
anime. In my book, SpongeBob's an anime in my book. That thing's too good to be a cartoon.
What about Alucard from Castlevania? With that character development when he gets
Alucard.
Yeah, like guts, you know? Yeah, same shit, man.
okay. Talk about
Do
this.
you want to elaborate on Zuko?
No,
or
it's
whatever?
okay. We will talk
Zeke?
about it later.
Honestly,
maybe in
I
part two.
agree with you. It's
Yeah.
it's very similar to like some other character developments, but the way it's done is really nice. It's really thing, and it makes
Mhm.
it makes sense
Yeah.
for the most
Trees
part.
from the
Makes
vine.
sense. But I was serious though. What about Alucard from Castlevania, bro?
Bro, you
he
think
had
I
some
watched it?
character development. You didn't watch Castlevania?
No, I was forced to.
Seriously? Oh no, you're fucking
No.
with it.
Is that
Wait, what?
good? Is it good?
Oh my god. He hasn't
Oh
watched
my
it?
God.
I thought you were joking.
I thought you were joking
I
too.
never watched it.
I didn't know you.
Oh, you gotta watch
watched
that, man.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
All right, I got a good one for you guys to talk about. Miriam from here, Hunter x Hunter.
Trash.
Oh,
Really?
is that the insect dude?
Bro, he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yo, I like killing people, and then he's like, how about I play chess instead? And then he died.
But he became closer to the girl, and then it
Yeah,
kind of
he's a
opened him up
sweetheart.
to okay.
He has the light
I don't-
Yagami syndrome though, I think.
Well,
But not
Well,
really.
opposite.
I mean, not
like-
really, because he was
Oh, yeah,
born
yeah,
just
sorry,
stronger
sorry.
than everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other way around. Sorry.
All right,
Um,
I'm not
I like
a
him.
huge Hunter guy, so you guys can talk about it. I'm not going to defend
wait,
it. I don't care about that much.
You spit it out, and none of us have watched Hunter since like 1998, and you expect us to elaborate?
He changes a lot, man.
Good.
He did
That's
change a
wow.
lot.
Okay,
I just don't know if it makes sense though. That's my issue. I mean, like it does make sense. It makes it because here, I understand. Like he's like a super like being. He can't really relate to anybody because he's stronger than them all. And then this little girl who's like a weak little thing is able to connect to him and like make him see things. So he's kind of like, oh shit, maybe humans. But then at the end of the day, he doesn't change about humans. It's just her.
No, he does because he's originally he comes into this world thinking that the only strength that matters is like physical power, but then he starts to understand like, oh, this little weak thing is like so weak and I can kill her whenever I want, but she's able to beat me in this one specific thing, and it pisses me off because I'm supposed to be the best. So like maybe there are things within people that like are valuable and other than strength, and maybe that should be something that I should like value objectively as opposed to just like dominating everything and just thinking I'm better than everyone else just because I'm stronger.
But was he gonna not kill all of humans again?
He wasn't gonna kill all of them. He said he was gonna create a space where they can live, kind of like a settlement, where he would still be the king.
Concentration camp. I see.
More like a farm.
Oh, now we're on Promised Neverland land.
Look at that. From they're humans. This guy's like, yeah, no, they're animals. Shit.
He's like, some will be food, some will. He was nicer than he was before. Originally, it was just mass extinction.
Some will be food, not all. Some.
Also, though, bro, they totally could have just like left him alone, and then just like eventually he would have bucked up to like the bad guy, the what are they called, the Phantom Troop. Eventually, they would have to fight, bro. You know.
I think they would have massacred the Phantom Troop.
They would have, and then problem solved. Well, I mean,
which one?
You have to fight it. At least one of them kill the other before you fight, bro. Like now they have to do double the work.
Yeah, I wish the Phantom Troop got some action with them.
They did fight.
They did. They fought
like
the
a couple
stupid
of them, right?
The dumb Scorpion girl. Who cares about her? She's weak.
Nah.
The dumb Scorpion girls, guys.
Remember the girl with the friggin' webs that came up and she seemed so strong and then she's just useless the entire rest.
The web girl?
She had like the strings that came out of her fingers, like the ninja looking one with the purple hair.
Is that the one who would heal the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time she would go
her, man.
to
She was
the thing,
annoying.
and then she was just waste the entire time. The vacuum girl was kind of trash. Actually, they're all trash, bro.
Yeah, they're all pretty trash. The only one who's not trash is the main guy, and the little Levi dude is kind of cool.
Just because he looks cool, but is he strong? All he does is what did he do?
He did that fire thing. It was cool.
Or something. He's basically Escanor but weaker.
Yeah, I guess so. And then I don't know what happened to the sword guy. He just kind of disappeared. I swear there's like one more that's kind of cool.
What about Killua's character development though?
Killua, yeah.
Killua was crazy.
And actually, I was gonna bring up Hunter x Hunter, not just Killua. I was gonna bring up Gon's freaking character development.
Oh yeah, he does like reverse Miriam.
Actually, yeah, that's true. He is. Yeah, he went opposite.
Yeah, because he was like super He was like super happy. The world is great. Everyone's happy. Just like life isn't perfect, but you just got to make the best of all situations. Damn, that sucks. But then slowly, as Hunter x Hunter started getting darker and darker, he started getting introduced to stuff. He started seeing Kurapika's like hatred, like Leoria's like selfishness, like the shit that Killua's family was putting him through, and he started getting mad at things, and then he started like slowly like devolving. And then I mean that's typical in like anime at first, because like Naruto gets mad every once in a while. Even Luffy gets mad every once in a while, but like it's always like crazy. But then the difference is he like gets progressively like more jaded. He's he like stays
he gets
angry.
To him like stains his mind almost.
He like stays angry again until when he like finally snapped when friggin' Kite's head got chopped off, right? And then he's like, because he blames himself and like all that kind of stuff, and then he's like, that's it. And he had all of this time to get over it. Everyone's telling him, he's like, go on, you gotta let it go of this anger, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, how about I just fucking rock the shit out of this cat?
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I was going to say something too and I forgot. It's crazy.
And then his body melted for friggin'... You know what? He's kind of crazy because his body melted for so long, and then he came back just like happy, like he didn't just fucking disintegrate a damn ant. Seconds later, he's just like, ooh, hey, he's just like, happy again. I was like, excuse you, man, you know what you just did.
Because that magic girls, yeah, I know, right? The personality stayed pretty happy-go-lucky after that. Yeah. He just needed to release some tension. He's good.
That's
It's
good.
back to normal.
Oh,
That's an episode.
fun fact about Contract Hunter. Every time
Let's hear
Killua ran, you did not hear it because he was so good at being a ninja or an assassin or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I heard that.
However,
That's cool.
the one time Gon was going crazy and Killua was running to him, he forgot to be a ninja or an assassin. And you can actually hear his footsteps because he was not thinking about himself at that point. He was 100% devoted to trying to save Gon.
And that's the character development of Killua.
That's the
Nice.
footsteps is 10 out of 10 character development for Killua, and
Good
that's
call,
why
good
we
call.
love him. Yeah, but
Nice.
it's really cool. I didn't believe it when I watched it back. I'm like, you can genuinely hear the footsteps. Kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good one, Andre. Very good.
Yeah, it's a good one. I forgot about Kilo.
Smile.
Very nice.
We haven't talked
That one?
about it, but very generic. Vegeta, goes from villain
Yeah.
to a family man.
Staple.
I know that was a
Put
pretty big
Piccolo.
jump.
You can put Piccolo there too.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, he goes from villain to actually
Dad.
to dad, and then grandpa because Pan. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh my
basically.
god, yeah.
All right, I watched
Uh,
the first half of that movie. I know he picks her up from school.
First half, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dad, man, and he did it and he has a cat phone, which is so cute.
The worst part of it is like Gohan was mad about his dad not being there, and then just
Yeah.
did the same thing to his daughter.
An
And the
apple,
worst
something
part
about the
about the worst part about it is he's doing something way less important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like butterfly collecting or some shit. Like he's like.
He's just reading books, bro.
He's really dumb, man.
Loser.
I gotta prepare for a lecture.
I will say though, my dad
Stupid.
is on his binge again with Dragon Ball, so he started off episode 1.
Really?
Yeah, so he started it. He started it 4 days ago. He's on episode 101. 5 days
Nice.
later. Sorry, 5 days
Dang
later.
it.
Nice.
Holy
I remember when I used
shit.
to be able to do that. That's
They're
back
tired.
in the day.
No, my dad works like from 7 to 6. He just comes home and
Oh,
just
man.
binges that shit. Yeah, he's crazy.
Back in the
He
day.
his favorite thing is Dragon Ball though. Like that's his go-to. Like Dragon Ball Z is
Yeah.
good for fighting, but he loves the storytelling of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And I get it, man. Like I was actually one of the fights last week we talked about it. I forgot to bring it up, but I genuinely liked Jackie Chun and Goku's tournament fight. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
It's really
Like
good.
the choreography, I think that's what we talked about last week. I can't remember, it was so long ago. That's what Andre brought it up, the choreography. And I'm like, you know what? Genuinely, there was some martial arts going on, like the
Yeah.
like what
Dragon
was
Ball
going on.
had a lot more of it because they had way less reliance on like the blast.
Yeah.
And power-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
It was mostly martial. It was like actual martial arts.
Yeah, which was really cool. But
And the sound
what was I
effects.
gonna say? Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, Vegeta. So Vegeta gets introduced. He's like this, from the planet Vegeta, and he's like this evil guy that's just like going around fighting people because that's what Saiyans do. Gets to Earth and he just starts trying to kill people. Kills his own partner, Nappa. Like he's just like, yeah, you're ass. And like, how can you have no hair as a Saiyan? And then he kills him. But then as the story progresses and Goku's charm always prevails, he becomes dare I say an acquaintance or like a fighting partner. And then as he notices like, wow, it ain't all about killing people, and I can't really kill Goku anymore because he's just broken. He becomes a family man. And
Basically, what
impregnates Bulma.
happens is he wants to be the strongest, and he thinks he's a badass still, even getting his ass kicked. But then he realizes that Frieza's way stronger than him, so he gets real scared, and then teams up with children and says, "These guys will protect me." Basically.
True.
And then throughout Namek,
Yeah.
he just realizes over and over again how weak he is until eventually he turns a corner and says, "I'll fight Frieza. I'll get over my fear," and then dies.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then after that, he's just like, well, I guess I'm stuck now because
And he's
To
like,
be-
I
yeah.
have a kid with this random blue-haired woman. Even though
Honestly,
she has,
like,
a boyfriend named Yamcha.
He is like a Chad, man. Like, I think his
Very
character development's a little bullshit, but he comes into it, wants to kill everyone. He wants to kill everyone for a while. Like, even entirety of Namek, he's just like, whatever, I'm just going to kill you guys after. That's like his thing to say, like, oh yeah, they'll help me now, and then I'll use them, and then I'll kill them after. Even when they get back to Earth, he's just like, well, I think he sees Yamcha, and the humor just like makes him not want to kill anyone. It's
that's why I was like, when did
kill
he
the
like
boss.
stop? Because it
Yeah,
was
right?
literally just
That's why
like
it's
he was
weird.
evil, and then
Uh-huh.
he had a kid. I was like, what?
He's
where-
evil,
where was
and
the
then
middle?
Bulma's
Yeah, I
like,
don't know.
hey, you
Hey.
smell. Bulma's like, you smell. Come take a shower. He's like, okay. And he's all
Yeah,
like
they
grumpy
sh-
pants.
Yeah.
And then they have a couple years together. Don't know. That comes out of nowhere. Like, I don't know how that developed into anything, but it did.
Listen.
And he still didn't give a shit about them.
When Bulma's like, yo, shower? Vegeta's like, what is she saying? And then that's when the real battle began.
I remember like watching his. I think it was Team 4-Star actually, and she's like, you like she said she was pregnant, and she's like, you didn't wear protection, and he's like, I was wearing my armor.
That's good. Oh, to comment on the dad thing. So it was when I think Trunks was being born, and Goku's like, "Yo, Vegeta, let's go train." Vegeta's like, "I can't. My son's being born yet. You can't just leave Bulma." And then Goku's like, "Really?" Because when Goten was born, I was dead. he just wasn't there. So like, Goku genuinely is the worst father ever.
Oh yeah, terrible father.
But that's cool. Yeah, I was wearing my armor. I think I saw that. That's great.
So good.
But yeah, Vegeta has some. Yeah, I get it. It's BS because like how
even when she has the baby, he almost accidentally kills them finding the androids.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're in like the helicopter or whatever going by, and he like does some big blast thing, and Trunks is like, "Yo, what the hell? Why didn't you protect them?" And he's like, "I don't care about them."
He's like,
"That's true." He was still kind of like, "I don't even care."
Because that's when he first became a Super Saiyan, so he didn't give a shit, man. He was all ego.
Okay, question.
That's hilarious.
Super versus Dragon Ball Z. Trunks went back in time to stop the androids before they killed everybody. But then went back to the future and everyone was still dead.
Yeah, Multiverse 3.
So then
because
he accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
The point of that was to prove that there could be a timeline where there is still peace. That he said.
Okay, but why didn't he go to a different timeline? Why does it have to be that one?
He just picked a random one. He just picked a random one from where before Goku was
great,
still
but
alive.
there's another multiverse somewhere else where everyone's still dead.
Yeah. He just wanted to
There's
prove
also a multiverse where the androids never really existed, and like that's peaceful too. There's also a multiverse where Saiyans aren't a thing, and Goku and them aren't.
And there was also a multiverse where Trunks actually had muscles and his hair was purple.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one.
And his hair fell like when he didn't go Super Saiyan. Crazy.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know why they
missed
did
that one. You know, they should bring that. They should bring that multiverse back. Actually,
what do they call that thing? The Mandela effect. I guess that never happened. Eh?
Must not.
All right, I got one more for you guys.
Hit us.
It's a Shomaru.
Oh, yeah, because he hated
from
all
like
humans.
an evil guy to a dad to copulating with his daughter. That's how
Ruined it.
Is that not what happened?
What's that Hollywood actor's name?
Pretty much.
Allen?
Why is it like that? Why is like strong ass demon always find a little weak girl and then that's what it takes to change him?
I don't know, man. Maybe because he took care of her and he's his first experience of I don't know.
Why did he take care of her?
Don't finish your sentence.
She took care of him.
Experience of what?
He was injured because Inuyasha used his wind scar for like the first time on him and damaged him or whatever.
I remember that.
And then she gave him fish.
And then he's like, I'm a big strong demon. And then Inuyasha's like, yeah, but I can do this slashy slash. And then he's like, oh, I didn't expect you.
Not the slashy slash.
He's just imagine that, man. Imagine being stronger your entire life and he does one slashy slash and you lose your entire arm.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No.
Isn't like Shomaru even stronger because he's full demon? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the worst part is he fights him later without his demon form and without an arm, and he basically just like beats him with one arm and no weapon.
like no contest.
Right?
He's stronger than him. And what's even worse is then Sesshomaru spends the entire anime trying to get a sword of his own because he's jealous, and then is worse with it.
Yeah. Well, his second one he was better with, but the first one,
the one that creates.
The demon
life, the seal. I can't remember.
Oh no, that's the Tenseiga. That's actually he has 3 swords.
That's he's got 3. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
He had the one that was made from the demon who bit and broke Tenseiga.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then he got another one later that recovered, like his arm came back, and he had this one that was like made from his own body or something.
Is that Tenseiga? Tenseiga was Tetsaiga's like sister.
I can't remember what that one's called, but it's OP. Like you destroy one part of the body and it destroys the rest. Like it's a chain reaction kind of weapon. So when he fights Naraku, like no matter what Naraku turned into, if he just destroys like one part of it, the rest will be like crumbled. It's pretty OP.
It's pretty OP. And then Inuyasha learned how to make black holes or something.
That got kind of weird. Anyways, this guy goes from hating humans, like using humans to like try to kill Inuyasha, and then trying to kill Inuyasha and Kagome, to like taking care of this little girl and for once not trying to kill Inuyasha, and then actually helping them. But I mean, still not really liking them, but still like nicer. And then like Ren gets kidnapped a couple of times and he gets all like flustered trying to save them. I mean, yeah, he doesn't really change his expression much, but.
Oh,
But he finds something that to like actually care about.
Yeah, exactly. And he looked down on his father for so long because he's like, how did my father get with a human lady and have like Inuyasha, this like half breed, and then he like finally understands.
And he's like, wait,
at least his dad's friggin'.
Yeah, he's not weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but his dad's also like 500 years old.
That's true. I will say though, I feel like Inuyasha's also character development is cool but like in the sense of like we were saying with Light Yagami, so. But the opposite, because he went from like trying to be bad, but genuinely he was a nice guy. He was actually like
he was never really bad though.
Right. So it was the opposite. But Kagome was his death note. Like it was like I have. Well, I like obviously. He's like I have this like median to like I'm trying to be bad, but like this median keeps making me like want.
Yeah,
like,
you're
need
right.
to be good, right? So.
Yeah.
I'm right, and that's all I wanted to say about that. Inuyasha top 10.
I will say there's character development because he went from just Kikyo obsessed. Nothing is more important than Kikyo. I just want to chase everywhere and find Kikyo.
She's the worst.
Her so much.
I hate her too.
She's a rat,
Everyone knows she's the worst. Right? Even to the point where she's a friggin' clay body. He's like, I don't care if you crumble, just hold me. That's basically him. And then eventually he's like, damn, bro, that's toxic. And then he learned that that's a toxic relationship, and maybe she's not the best for him. And then he
maybe maybe it's close, but
hey man,
barely.
Also super newer than what I would normally go for, and left field, but friggin' David, bro, from Cyberpunk. Character
he goes through a lot, man. That guy goes
through
a lot.
Tonight. I'm just trying to drink tonight, apparently.
It's too soon.
Something in my house.
This guy, man.
Yeah, man. But his character development is great. He goes from this stupid, spoiled, like, hey,
Scrawny.
man, I'm scrawny, like, spoiled kid who he's just like, yo, my only goal is to friggin', I don't know, he just wants to cause problems because he's just like, yo, I want to prove. I don't even really know what he wants. It's kind of just like I don't belong here, so I'm just gonna act out and just kind of do things. And like I know my mom doesn't have a lot of money, so I'm gonna try and figure out ways to like, get her on the system. But always ended up making it worse and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But he always ended up making it worse, right? But I guess at the same time, it's hard for him because he didn't know his mom had a secret business to get rich when she needed money. She could get money when she needed it, but he didn't know that. You know what I mean?
He did not know that.
Until eventually, then he was sad, and then he was just mad at the world, and then he's just like, bro, like I got nothing else, I'm gonna just prove that I'm useful to like the cyberpunks, and then until he started becoming like a leader, like people started like looking up to him, like even like before friggin' Main died and all that, like people actually like started trusting like his opinion and like thinking he was like a actual member. And then finally, after Main died, he was just like the logical choice to like take over, which usually is kind of like, man, he's like in there the shortest. But then you look at who was left, and I was like, yeah, actually, I don't think any of them any of the other ones are stable enough to take over.
None of these deadbeats.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that again, man.
Because there was two. It was Main, and then what was her name?
The one that he was with?
Yeah, the blonde girl. Like it was literally those two were the only ones who had any like actual.
I want to say it starts with a D.
It did start with a D. Dorio. That's
right.
Yeah. But those two are the only ones who had like any like leadership.
Sensible leadership. Yeah.
I gotta watch that again. It was so good.
Maybe not last one, but like one that I like thought about it now, and I'm like, oh, it works. In Boji, but like more so his brother, because we hated his brother.
He was a little
like some
shit,
snobby, little shit, and like, but as the I mean, even the stepmom, his Boji stepmom,
stepmom too, yes,
insane character development with them. Like, you know, you think one thing, and then you know you learn about what's going on, you see what's happening, and as
even
a viewer,
Shadow.
you're like, I hate, Kage or whatever. He's like, I hate all these people. They're all rats and just annoying. And then you're like, they learned something. Wait,
I will say though, for his brother's mom, it's good development, but she didn't really grow as a person because then you find out through the flashbacks that she's always been like that. She's just she's just like kind of putting on a front for like the
stepbrother,
thing. Yeah, but the brother like actually like started like seeing like in pain and hurting, and he was lonely in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yo, Kage.
Even Boji's self-confidence, the change there was really good too. Yeah, Kage was crazy.
Kage went from stealing the clothes off his back to being the wings on his back.
Okay, see, like you waited so long to say that, and like I knew you had that in your back pocket. Like that's so annoying.
I know.
Why didn't you just interrupt us and pretend like you made that up on the spot instead of holding that?
I know.
Now,
I was waiting
now
for that.
cringe.
Sorry.
That was
I
actually
know.
cringe.
It's cringe now, right?
It's good. You know what though? I liked it. I gotta give you credit. You know why I'm salty? I didn't fucking think of it. I'll be honest. I'm jealous, Sean. I'm jealous.
So bad.
You know who had the most amazing opposite character development was his fucking dad, bro.
Oh my
That
god.
guy's a-
Bro.
Piece of shit. Fuck that
That
guy.
guy.
The one
bro.
guy we thought we'd like is the guy that we hate the most.
Worst. Dude, even the guy that threw everyone in that show had freaking development. The guy who threw them in a volcano, comes back,
Oh yeah, wow.
cuts his own arm off or something.
Yeah, the stepmom's bodyguard. That guy had better character development. He's a freaking the sidest of the sidest characters.
Dude, everyone had their moment. It was
Everyone
awesome.
had
It was
their
really great anime. That was.
Even the girl that cursed. Was it cursed? What's her name? The puppet girl.
Oh,
No.
like the main bad guy.
Yeah, she had a freaking backstory that was or character development
Yeah,
that was
she
better than
did. She
Yeah,
did,
but
man.
fuck her, too.
Man, I don't know. I'm excited. I can't wait for season 2 so I can completely be disappointed and completely fall off the show. And
I know.
Yeah.
It's usually how it happens.
I mean,
Oh, I
what else
guess
is left?
oh my god, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, you reminded me of falling off season 2.
What?
Fushi.
Oh shit!
Fushi.
That was like
forgot
the
about
biggest
that
one. I was trying to forget it. I was
Oh
trying to
my God.
remember
No, it's not
it.
even that. I just forgot about that show completely.
Yeah,
I did
really.
not
Yeah, I ain't
watch
watching
season
that shit.
2.
I heard it was ass.
Yeah. Is it over?
But-
I don't remember if I
know, I
watched the last
forgot.
episode.
No,
Literally, I
he
think
went
the
into he went into a metal box and we all just said, "Yeah, fuck it, we're done."
I think what the Molten, but that's the worst part because that was the best episode of the season. Because
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like this is like serious. I felt bad for him, and then he
Yeah.
escaped, and then I just never watched it again.
Yeah.
We never went
I
back.
don't know.
It got
I
boring.
just last thing I saw is he flew away, and everyone thought he was still in the thing.
Yeah.
My problem with his development is it's kind of like the whole point of the story is his development.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes away from me because like without development, that show would be nothing. Like, just be the same guy doing the same thing.
and no one else really develops in that entire
Nah,
show because they
yeah,
all
exactly.
die before they get a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
that's
for
true.
Gugu. No, joking. He was always great. Gugu never was not great.
Actually, no, he did develop. He's the one person that did get actual character development. He did when he
Yeah.
was just like, "I'm tired of being this, so I got to do some pull-ups, bro."
Yeah.
But that's
I'll try
because
to do
Gugu
that.
survived the longest. Well, I guess Tanari survived the longest, but it doesn't count because we didn't like see like,
On
the
screen,
follow the whole
she was like one of the quickest,
True.
especially when she came back.
Yeah, that's kind of. Why would they do that?
That pissed me off. Yeah.
Yo, I
Like,
don't
why?
know, man. They
Why
had such
do
a
all
perfect
that?
setup.
Why do all that to bring her back? You're like, oh shit, it's Tanari. She's immediately dead. now.
Immediately,
It's
like,
okay.
and it wasn't even like a good death. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
one of these things you've been fighting for years does the same thing it always does when you fight it, and it kills you.
And you know what the worst part is? She literally just finished her speech about how she's immune to all the poisons, and then immediately gets poisoned and dies.
Oh
That's
my
true,
god,
actually. I never took
terrible.
that.
So bad.
I thought she was just unlucky. That sucks. She sucks.
So-
Anyway,
I know, sucks.
fantastic conversations. I am enjoying these talks
Yeah, me
thoroughly
too.
with my boys Andre and Sean. Thank
Boys.
you guys for watching. Follow the socials, and as Andre says,
Good day, goodbye, and
And good riddance.
woo!
See you next time.
See ya.